So Pip, congratulations. Safest Place to Work finalist this year, Youth Town. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's really, it's good to know that you're on the right track, and then to be able to go to an awards evening and celebrate what not only you're doing but what everyone else is doing as well, and be included in those bigger conversations. I guess it's really exciting to meet other people who are doing well as well.
So being a finalist this year, I'm sure you've probably taken that to the board and shared the news with the board. How was that received by the board?
The board are really excited. First of all, with Safe365, they can see where we've come from and where we are now, and then to get recognition, it's exciting for them to know that what they're getting us to do is working. So yeah, they're really happy with it.
So tell us a wee bit about that journey that you've been on over the last couple of years, where you are now and where you're going to in terms of your health and safety capability and culture.
Cool. So I guess a few years ago we didn't have a dedicated health and safety person, and they brought someone on who has been through our programs, and she did an amazing job of first learning about health and safety and then setting up a system. And then I guess now we're in a position where we have a really awesome reporting culture. Health and safety is talked about at every meeting. We have an open door policy. I'm just on the phone all day, out on site. Our senior management are out on site visiting. Our board go on board visits. It's a really nice culture to be part of. And I guess the next step where we're going now is just refining everything, putting more emphasis on decision making rather than policy, and really building that engagement piece and empowering our staff to make good decisions out in the field in this dynamic area where we don't really know what's going to happen on any given day.
So Youth Town has a lot of young children who come in and you provide services for them, and I'm imagining that they're in different locations. You've got staff. I see outside the office here you've got a number of cars and vans with Youth Town over them, so I'm assuming that they're travelling. You've got employees who are travelling to places, and then you're going to locations to do your things with your kids who are under your care.
Yeah, it's a really big operation. So we're everywhere from Auckland down to Oamaru, over in Greymouth, Napier, Taupo, Upper Hutt, everywhere. So there's lots and lots of moving pieces all the time. During holidays especially, we have thousands and thousands of other people's kids in our care. So it's quite, I guess that's the main driver. And we're lucky enough to be in an industry where safety is kind of always at the forefront because we are looking after other people's kids. So it's really easy to get engagement from the staff on safety issues and safety matters. But then we also have our gaming team, and they're out on the road long days. So there's a lot to manage, everything from driver fatigue to looking after kids in the water to adventure activities, rock climbing. It's a big operation.
So as the person who's looking after the health and safety of the organisation, both within the office here and outside in the locations as well, what's the thing that really keeps you awake at night when you're thinking about health and safety?
Driving is one of them. Having all those kids in the car is probably our highest risk activity because we can't control a lot of it, so that's a big one. And just returning kids to their parents better than when we found them in the morning. So there's lots of stuff around mental health, not just for our participants. So our participants are 5 to 18-year-olds, so there's mental health concerns that we need to be able to handle, be able to deal with, and then pass them back to their parents better than when we found them is always the goal, and that's what keeps me awake at night.
So when you think about, I'm assuming that you are both a contractor yourself as an organisation, and you're also a principal of other organisations providing you services, almost the meat and the sandwich, if you like. Is that a concern for you guys?
Yeah, it is. It's hard to get visibility on people that we're bringing in to provide services for us, and then also the situations where our staff are going as contractors, and being able to engage with that conversation with the other principal. Sometimes it's schools, or it might be other providers who don't know what we should be talking about. So there's kind of education on both ends, that we're getting into that space where we can do engage in those conversations a bit more. But it is really hard to kind of keep track of all the movements and all our outside engagements.
So you're one of the people who are on our steering group, Safe365 Contractor Management Steering Group, which is obviously looking into making that process a lot more seamless and cost effective, and allowing you to do things better. So thank you for being part of that steering group. There's 50 other organisations who have similar sort of challenges to you as both a contractor and a principal. What are you looking for from being on that steering group? What would add the most value to you as an organisation?
An easy way to see who we're engaging with at any one time, kind of an end-to-end, from engagement, prospecting to review at the end of the contract, and having the ability to keep all of that data in a central location where different staff can pull from it. Because at the moment, one person will know that this contractor is good, and it's difficult to capture the whole process into a combined pool of knowledge. So, yeah, looking for that.
So that's a key outcome for you guys in terms of the contractor management piece of work that we're working on, and I'm sure we'll be able to pull that together for you.
Yeah.
So looking forward, next 2 years for you, what are some of the things you mentioned? Mental health and wellbeing in the workplace. For the people you're providing services for, I'm also assuming that's
and
for
our staff,
and your staff as well, because I imagine it's incredibly stressful. Looking after, being a father myself, looking after other people's children is a huge responsibility. So, apart from mental well-being and health and stress in terms of a key intervention for your people this coming year or two, what else would you be looking at?
Kind of refocusing how our health and safety committees work, getting them more engaged, having goals and targets. So, because I'm the only health and safety person here, so really bringing them into the team, into the conversation, and getting them to be the champions of health and safety, and really push out the initiatives through the company. So there's a bit of work to be done in that area, which is really exciting, and everyone's on board with that at the moment. I guess another thing is looking at how we do incident investigation, and just given who we work with, there might be a better way, maybe looking at learning teams rather than an investigation type thing. There's place for both, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Pip, congratulations. I know you've been working really hard over the last couple of years in terms of building your health and safety capability and culture. Congratulations on being a finalist this year, and I'm sure we'll see you there again next year. And yes, thank you for your commitment and time.
Thanks, Mark.
Safe365, intelligent health and safety software for business.